What up, everyone? Welcome to Ecom and Beyond, home of the best morning show, period. Appreciate y'all coming in today. Today, I have a very special guest. We have Best Offer Queen,
Hey,
and we also have Pittsburgh in the house, who's
What up, guys?
not in the studio today due to
Construction.
improvements to the studio.
Yeah, I'm basically boarded upstairs with the dogs and cat right now, and the floor's ripped up and being replaced, so I'm not allowed to walk to get down to my basement currently. So, trapped up here with just my phone. So,
He's
into
in
the show today.
He's quarantined inside the quarantine, so he's like double. He's like double boxed if you ship out a fragile product. He's like that. So
absolutely.
But thank you all for coming in. First person in the house today is Simply Dana. She gets some broski points, so we're gonna add that to the list. Thank you for being here. We have Cajun Reseller. Good morning. Justin Jacobs in the house. Good morning. Sandollar. Good morning. This everyday I'm hustling character. Good morning.
Good morning.
Cajun Roots Reseller. What up?
Good morning.
We got Best Offer Queen. What up? Paul Gatesy Picker. He says, "Hey folks, I'm uploading a video this afternoon of a box opening from Anthony. So definitely check that out on Paul's channel."
I'm looking forward to that, Paul. I'm uploading a video today as well. I was going to have it premiere after the show, but my computer's downstairs and I'm up here. So I'm going to release it later, but Paul's going to be getting a shout out and a thank you for ordering some cards for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Paul.
We got Uncle B's Old School Flips. What up? He's going to be doing his show at 1 Eastern today. Yep. Cajun Roots Reseller just put up a post in the Ecom Beyond group, and also right here for Saturday, we'll be going on his show.
Yep.
Me, Anthony, and Mama. Scooter Renee, good morning. Nikki T, what up? We have Cody Fontaine, good morning. KJ says, what up, everyone, with them Steeler hearts? That's what's up. 9 Pound Hammer, what up, man? No money, G. You dead. What up, man? Good to see you. We have Dan, the man, the IT guy, or IT man. I screwed that up.
He is the IT man.
I got to get that worked up.
Because every day I'm watching it.
What up, Frank?
What up, Frank?
Frank's a good dude.
That's all that's in here so far. So if I missed you, just say what's up. My notification probably didn't go out yet. So
yeah, I didn't get one from
you. People will be rolling in here shortly, hopefully. So
I got the notification.
What? There's Val Milk. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I think it just went out just now because I'm seeing.
Yeah, I still haven't got it.
Yeah, it's because you're quarantined.
Probably.
Yeah, you're getting blocked from all notifications.
Pretty much.
Blue Rhino Liquidations. Good morning.
What up, Freddie?
Frank says every day I'm sabotaging his errands for mirrors. Don't ever impersonate me again, young lady. That was funny. She had you down pretty good, Frank.
Oh, I got the notification now.
There we go. Pass, good morning. Thank you for being with us. Michelle Lathan, good morning. Always good to see you. And the Best Offer Queens, Erin just threw out a link. She says, come over at 6 Mountain Time. So what is that? Eastern time at 9?
I think it's 8.
Yeah, 8. You got 2 hours.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Are
you
what?
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to ask, are you in Colorado as well?
I am in Colorado.
So do you know Frank and Jimmy personally?
No, I know them through YouTube, but I mean, I've got to get them I got to get to know them recently through YouTube, and then outside of YouTube, like on Instagram and stuff like that. So awesome. When we are able to go sourcing again, our big plan is to get together and source all 3 of us.
What?
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'd love
Yeah.
to see those collab videos.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. And then tonight I have a live show with Trash to Cash.
Nice.
He is in Florida.
Valamilk says that they're in Colorado as well.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Valamilk.
We've got a whole community of resellers over there.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys have seen Borderline Hoarderish, Kimmy.
Mhm.
She's also in Colorado.
Okay.
And also the cherry picker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So,
there's
do
one
a
more person
reseller
too.
meetup out there.
so we could get a whole bunch of us together.
Heck yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
Me and Nate call dibs on Frank and Jimmy's house. I'm just
Right.
Like Dan says, Colorado represents.
Heck
We got Thrift Piece in the house. Good morning, buddy. Nice
Hey,
to
Chris.
see you. We got the LL Stash in the house. What up,
Hey,
That's
Larry?
Larry.
Chris Stash on the YouTubes.
What up?
He said, "Hey, baby."
We got Myra in the house. Good morning, buying space.
Good to see you, Myra.
We have Junk Girl Patty. Good morning. Nana Tinks of Treasures. Good morning.
Nana's
got-
coming on with us tomorrow.
I got
Yep.
Nana Tink coming on next week.
Nana Tink is
Nana Tink, she's
popular.
getting out there.
Yeah.
We got the Thrifting Goomba. He's going to be on our show next Friday. This week has somehow turned into Ladies Week. It wasn't by design, but it's basically.
It might be because you keep throwing Larry Lafferty up on the screen.
Oh yeah, I better
Look, even my T-Rex is laying on Larry's shoulder.
take
Put
her
it back
down.
up there. Put it back up there.
I forgot to take him down.
Sorry, Aaron.
Oh man,
All right, I'll just.
Nate was mesmerized by staring into that stash.
that mustache had me. Definitely had me.
Good morning,
Remember.
Larry.
What up, Shane M? He says, "Will there also be a wearing of the dinosaur costume?"
Oh,
The
Nice.
dinosaur costume doesn't fit, but I'm planning on getting a bigger one.
There you go. That's for her 1K video.
Yeah,
When she hits 1K, she'll get the bigger size one dinosaur.
yeah.
you'll be
but-
getting there in no time.
But the little dinosaur hanging over here, I might do a slip and slide video, maybe.
Oh, I hear Colorado's known for their slip and slide videos now.
Yeah, exactly. I got the memo, so I have to get on that.
That's awesome.
We have Kelly Ecom on board. Good morning.
Hiya.
Hiya.
What's up, Kelly? We got the GQ picker in the house, aka Craig, aka the Land Shark picker.
Carolina Hustler. Good morning.
What's up, Casey?
Good morning. Good morning.
LSP. What up, man? That picture. I'll tell you what. I bet you all the ladies hit you up now, LSP. Like, who's that dapper guy right there?
Yeah. If only you had stripes, people might think you were a tiger.
Literally. What up, reseller man? Good morning. Thank you for coming
David.
in. So today we have Best Offer Queen, aka Erin, with us today. Happy to have her on. I was been trying to get her on the show for about a week or so. I'd see her somewhere like, hey, need to get in touch with you. And then it happened. So I'm excited to have her on. So Erin, tell us a little bit about your start of reselling.
So started reselling was about 2 years ago. I was very part-time. I worked at a dental office. So on Fridays when I had off, I would list 1 or 2 things a day, go sourcing, and spend a little bit of time on the weekend, but I like to spend that time with family. So then I got pregnant with my little one and still kind of did part-time all while I was pregnant with him. And then I had him and he had a lot of complications and I didn't want to put him in daycare and go back to work because it would basically be spending all my money in daycare. So I was like, I'll just do my reselling, part-time, full-time, enough to cover my cost of working in the dental field. And so I went full-time after having a newborn and just hustled as much as I could and supplemented my income from being a dental assistant. And then I've always watched like the bigger resellers like Lonnie and John at Cincinnati Pickers. And so my husband one day was like, why don't you make some reseller videos? A lot of people on Instagram are wanting to know more and more about reselling. And he's like, it's probably just easier to make some videos. So I started making videos on YouTube, and that was 7 months ago. And like, it's just gone crazy since then. You know, I was on Jimmy and Frank's channel, and then from there, I had them on my show, and What the Hales invited me onto theirs. And like, from them, I've just gone from 0 to 100. And I'm just so thankful for everyone that has wanted me to be on their show. You know, it's been so much fun.
Yeah, What the Hell is that's
awesome.
a huge channel. I was like, wow. I was like, she's on their channel. I was like, I want to go.
Yeah, and little did I know, like, that Jimmy was the one that posted on the Ecom and Beyond Facebook page. Like, I'm all about Instagram. Like, I didn't really think too much. I mean, I have a Facebook, but I like didn't really think too much about Facebook.
Yeah.
And like, he posted on there, and they're like, that's how I found you. And I was like, what? And so I was like, Jimmy, thank you so much. And you guys, you know, are a big part of it, because you guys are the ones that made the Ecom and Beyond. And then like, little did I know, they're kind of like my mentors now for YouTube. So that was super exciting to find out too.
That's huge. They are the book of knowledge, just, you know, with YouTube for sure, because I mean, look what their growth is and everything. So they will definitely give you a lot of great knowledge, you know, as a mentorship going through, you know, your YouTube journey. That's for sure. Because you'll be at a huge advantage compared to, say, even us. I mean, we know some, but we are not the masters of the universe of YouTube, because there's just so much to learn and so much to, you know, you have to do for videos and things that we might overlook. You might, you know, they already know about it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, like how I got kicked off last night. They were kind of explaining a little bit to me last night about why I might have got kicked off. You know, they don't exactly know, because they're not YouTube, but they have a lot of knowledge in it. And so they were saying that I guess if you have a mask on, that YouTube has an AI that would be like, you can't do that because, you know, you might be threatening.
Okay.
So I guess from what they think, it's probably my dinosaur costume.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Good morning to Rev Resale, and also
hey, Rev,
the hippitous, the flippitous, the mama. What up, mama? Ooh. We have OBX Picker. Good morning.
What is going on?
Dapper Tiger. Good morning. Thank you for being here with us.
Good morning.
Rev says the dino suit is scary.
Yeah, see, YouTube was like, she's got to go. She's got a dino suit on. That's scary.
Yeah, I've heard different YouTubers talk about, you know, they've gotten kicked off of you know, their live shut down or whatever, like for some people for no reason. I mean, even your reason, I consider no reason. I mean, it wasn't like you were pretending to do anything crazy. So it just, you know, the UI or whatever, just picking up like no mask feature, and because of some stuff that probably happened in the past, they just have to be extra careful with it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Somebody's ruined it for the ones that are good and not doing bad things, you know?
Yeah.
Good morning, Victoria.
What up, Victoria? Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Victoria does a morning show every day at 7:30 a.m., guys. So if you guys are up early at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, so if you're on the West Coast, like, you need to be up like in the middle of the night, like I think 4:30. So if you're up around that time, definitely check it out. It's a really awesome show. With the construction in the house, I've actually had a chance to go and listen in the past couple of days. So it's been really nice. So make sure you show her some love, guys.
Definitely. Yeah, if I go to bed at a reasonable hour, I'm always in there. Or sometimes I just go literally sleep for an hour or two, then wake up in my chair here, and I turn on my computer, and boom, there she is. So
I actually got to jump on her show. That's a great way to
start the day.
Yeah, I jumped on her show yesterday and the day before. For 2 days in a row, I've gotten on there, but most of the time I'm not up that early. Nikki
Good morning,
T,
Nikki
yes.
T. She said YouTube came like a meteor and
Yep, that's what happened to
down.
dinosaurs. YouTube.
That is crazy. So what platforms do you sell on?
So I sell on eBay and
now?
Poshmark mostly. I have Macari, but every time I post on a Macari, it sells on Poshmark. So I haven't done so well on Macari yet. I guess I need to just list some things that aren't cross-posted. And then I do have my feet in Amazon. But I started out 2 years ago, and I bought some copper pans, like cooking pans. And they were so heavy to ship. I went to FedEx and had them pack them up, and I basically didn't make any money off of them because the cost of shipping. So my advice to anybody that does Amazon FBA or just Amazon shipping it yourself, make sure you know how much things weigh. I mean, you should do that across all platforms, but yeah, I was like, oh, look, I can make some money off of this, bought them on a clearance deal, and ended up not making any money on that. But I do have some other things that I want to try and get into Amazon again. I do a little here and there. I'm not big like you guys are in it.
I do a little bit of Amazon, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really. That's like my main thing is Amazon.
Your
I
merch,
really enjoy it.
Yeah.
The merch fill was like something recent. Actually, I got 3 merch fill orders going out today. Thank goodness, that's nice. But as things kind of go back to normal, I'll be going back to FBA. It's just having to pack so many orders and do that type of business. It takes up a lot of time, and there's no way if I was back to full time 8-hour days, 10-hour days that I could do that every day or anything. Like literally, I would have to hire a guy or two just to pack. And that's more cost and that's less profits. So that's not what I want to do. But sending stuff in FBA, or if you're like on those pans that you say you bought, you scan it and then you go to your FBA, you kind of figure out what it would cost, like what they would charge for shipping and everything else. It's a little easier to judge what your profit margin will be than feel where depending on where this person may live. Like say if you send it to California, for you that's good, for us that's horrible. So an item can cost say $9 locally, but then farther out to California for us it's like $15 or $20. It could be something like that. So it's a little harder to judge, but if you have a good idea of the dimensions and weights of items, you kind of eyeball it or figure out, okay, this is this. You can kind of like figure out, okay, well, I need at least this just to cover shipping, and the other part could go towards your profit, of course. But that's it's almost like, for me, when I was scanning stuff, merch field was almost like it had to be like the craziest number to be shown to be worth it, because like there's something I bought for $6 and I sold it for 49. But the shipping was $12 plus Amazon fees was $6. So that's $18 of the money right there. So, but I still made in close to $20 a piece. So that was a good flip.
Yeah, my advice to new resellers or anybody that's looking to resell is make sure you have a good scale that can do ounces, and then tape measure to measure them out, and always measure your stuff in the box, kind of basically ready to wrap up, because you can estimate as much as you want. I just did this the other day. I was like, oh, this weighs 12 ounces. I'm gonna add it to one pound, and then put it in the box, and I wrapped it up, and it was like 1 pound 5 ounces. And that can make a difference, so that's my advice to everybody, even though I don't listen to my own advice most of the time.
Yeah, that's a game changer, though, having like a good, reliable scale. I remember when I first started, it was so ghetto. I took my wife's kitchen scale, and I was weighing all my small things on that. But then if I had a larger thing, I would use like our bathroom scale. Unless it was like 10 pounds or so, it was hard to get it to register. So I'd have to like push down on it, just get it started. And then I'd have to almost guesstimate for like forever. And then, finally, when I went full time, I bought a real, like, legitimate scale. And it was just like, wow, Why didn't I do this from the beginning? It was like $20.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know whose story's worse, mine or Anthony's, because I went down to the post office and paid full price shipping.
Yeah,
For
I
the
did
first
that
like
too.
3 months or so, and I would go down there and I'm like, why is this so much? Because I was going based off of either, I can't remember, eBay, printing my label, or kind of off their website of calculating shipping. And I was like, my wife would pick up the kids and I would send her down with the packages. It'd only be like 1 or 2 things at the time because I was just starting, and I'd be like, why did you pay so much more for shipping? And I was like, they should have went medium mail, and they tried to say they had to go first class, and it should have went medium mail. It was almost like the lady down at the post office didn't know, so they just forced it upon me to go first class on or priority on a couple items where it could have went medium mail and things of that nature. So I had to get a scale like first thing first, like to get up and running, and of course it's at the same time as the printer. So I bought your average inkjet printer and got some labels, and at first, no, I'm sorry, I got paper, just regular paper, and taped it off, and then eventually got figured out that I could get free labels through the UPS and FedEx, which was a game changer. So I have to hit Paul's question real quick, or his comment. He says, I have this mental picture of Anthony laying on his bed with a bathrobe on, looking at GQ.
Dude, that was a private picture shared between 2 friends. You didn't need to blow my spot up.
Didn't have to tell people what I'm actually doing.
And then Mike says, "Sup guys? Anthony's hat looks like a Phillies hat on my phone." So you're getting shots fired everywhere.
I know. I know. It's actually a red, white, and blue, like 4th of July Pittsburgh Pirates hat. That was me hanging out at the game last season.
We got Matt, Phoenix Flippers in the house. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Matt. Good to see you, bro.
We have Brittany Brands in the house. She was on our show yesterday, and she got the brand.
She's got the brands.
Yes, I have my Posh Queen shirt on, but she's the Posh Queen. Like, she knows way more than I do.
Yeah, she's like a mama boss too.
Yeah,
like just seeing like her juggle everything. Like, mad props to Brittany.
Yeah.
Definitely. We got Georgina in the house. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. How long have you been reselling for?
So about 2 years. I was very part-time, working 1 day a week when I had Fridays off of work. But now I call it part-time still because I have like my 2-hour window block while my son is sleeping. But I would say it's full-time now because I'm like, I got to list 10 things a day. Like, I got to get 10 things done. Like, before I was like, oh, I'll list 1 or 2, and now I'm like sourcing as much as I can to make sure that I have inventory, because I've been trying to get 500 on eBay listings, and my goal is to get 500 listings on Poshmark too, but I just can't get there. Every time I list something else sells, and so I'm just like stuck at like 400.
Yeah, I was in the mid like 300s, and then we started doing auctions, and little by little, lot after lot, there goes like my numbers, and it dwindled down about 250. So I really started gearing up, listing and buying better inventory for my eBay, because I want to try and get both platforms, like pretty even or as close as I can. I mean, I know my Amazon, if I really just gun it forward, will be a lot higher, but like I do enjoy sourcing for eBay, and especially now that I have another way to source in my arsenal, so it makes it easier for me, because my hours where I work is makes it hard. Like, sort of like with you, with having to have, you got the kids with their little one with you, and you're not able to source sometimes during the main hours because maybe your kid's sick, or it's having a bad day. You're having a bad day, and it's having a tantrum day, because I know my little one has that all the time.
Yes.
It's always one of them. So like now, like I'm trying to add different ways to source, no matter what, even if it's 10 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, because give me more opportunities like that. What are some ways that you are sourcing? Maybe not, of course, going into the store, but just kind of at your seat right there in your cash cave.
Yes. So my main way, so I've been trying to get into like finding somebody that I can buy through all the time that is like, somebody who buys storage units or something like that. But I've been really fortunate. Before all this virus happened, I got a guy that had a thrift store, and he was trying to get rid of his storage unit because he couldn't pay the next rent. And so he was like, if you come pick up my storage unit, like I'll give it to you for $100. And like, I just seen a couple boxes and I was like, oh, it's not very much. And then I got there and I like seriously filled up the whole bed of my pickup truck. And I was like, oh, there was more than I thought. So I got a really great deal on that. Obviously, I'm not going to always get that kind of deal. But I do want to buy a storage unit once everything is over, because I've always been interested in that. I actually went to a garage sale over last summer, and a guy, he buys storage units. And I was like, hey, like I would be willing to look through it and buy different things, like I would be definitely interested in that. And I gave him my phone number, and I haven't heard anything back, but I think it's because everything happened and he just hasn't been able to, because he also has another business he runs too. So I don't think he quite does it as much. But I also do Facebook Marketplace and go pick up just individual like porch pickup. Like yesterday, I did a pickup. Met in a public place with a lady and bought a bunch of Furbies. So I've been trying to buy lots, because like if you go to their store and pick up one thing here or there, like it's good, but you can almost get a better deal if you buy a big lot. So that's what I've been trying to do in last couple months, I would say.
Yeah, I've seen some things that Jimmy's picked up from his videos and things like that. And man, your guys' Facebook Marketplace is something I wish I had over here, because ours is like, I went through mine with Jimmy, and like I was like, look how bad this is, man. And like there'd be stuff overpriced. I mean, it might just be a lot of resellers, which I understand. We try to push on all platforms, but it's like 90% reseller or reseller prices. And I'm just like, it's tough.
Speaking of Marketplace, does anybody know how long you have to have a Facebook account before they let you use it? Because like I still don't have access to it. I have to like have my wife give me her phone to take a look at her Marketplace if I want to like look at local deals.
So I kind of do have the answer to that, Anthony. My husband, he got locked out of his account back in April of last year.
Okay.
And so he created a new Facebook account, and he was like, I can't get Marketplace. Like it went on for like a month or so. And he was like asking all the younger kids at his work. Cause I mean, we're in our 30s, but like the 19, 18-year-olds, they're like, boop, 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 they got it. Yep. And I guess there is a waiting period, because they don't want somebody to just hop on and then, jump off. But you have to click into Marketplace, and then it'll start showing up, because it doesn't show up if you're not in there.
Okay.
So I'll try and find out a little bit more about it. If not, do a Google search, because I know that like right after he found out about that, like he was able to get in there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because he actually is the one that found my Furbies and stuff. Like he's kind of my help of sourcing. He's like, oh, look at this lot. Like this is a good deal. You should get this. So he kind of helps with that too. So yeah. But I'll try to find out a little bit more information and send it to you if I find it. But yeah, I know he had a little bit of trouble. He's like, why can I not get on here? So he was trying to get on mine and look too, but then we figured it out.
Yeah, I appreciate the info. I was racking my brain, like, why can I not like see any deals? Like,
yeah. And we do have a lot of resellers here too. So it is a little bit harder. Like if you go to the bins here, like I see like Harry Tornado and stuff like that going into the bins, and they're like so calm. Here it's like fighting. Like it's a riot to get anything. And they also flip coins. Like if there's something on top, like say there's an Xbox or something, like everybody runs to that bin, and then they're like, all right, we're all flipping for this. And we flip until somebody gets it. Like it's crazy.
Well, at least you guys do that, other than like dropping bows and basically turning into like a WWE match.
No, so I guess there was a day that I wasn't there. Shortly after my little one was born. He's 18 months old now, so it was a while back. But a lady was like, "Did you hear about the fight? Cops got called. Like there was somebody's face was bleeding." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, they straight got in a fist fight over something." And I was like, "Whoa!" Like I'm kind of nervous to go now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's happened here in Pittsburgh before too. I know at the North for Sales one, it gets pretty rough. Like my wife won't even go to that location anymore because of kind of the way that people act there.
Yeah. No, I'm the type that like if they're gonna fight over, I'm like it's not worth it. Like you can have it. Like I don't care.
For sure.
So
say good morning, just me, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Good morning, Kathy.
We have Perlini in the house. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And we have Neverending Saga. Good morning.
Hey, Kevin's here.
And Pat D 72. What up? Good to see you.
Pat?
Another PA guy.
Just to clarify, Pat, since I'm not on camera, I am indeed staring at you.
Frank put a message in. He said he kisses his wife and kids before he goes to bed. He never knows if he's coming home. It's a war. It is. It's crazy. I want to get in there with these two, with the Frank and Jimmy. I would. That'd be a comedy show right there, I think. But yeah,
that'd be awesome.
People come in with like campers and trailers. Like it is crazy, crazy. But another way that I've sourced is liquidation.com, and that's how I got a couple of my boxes. That's kind of my earlier YouTube videos. I would buy some electronic boxes, and I would get like 30 to 40, sometimes 50 things in the box, and it'd be a lot of headphones and stuff like that. And it's kind of similar to eBay because you bid on them, but there's also some sellers in there that like just put junk in it. Like it says that it's like shelf pulls or like returns, but it's like everything's all broken. So you have to be careful with that. And I know you had somebody on your show, I can't remember quite who it was, but they were also talking about that. Like you have to be careful about who you buy from. But you can sort through it, and you have a lot of pictures too to look through, and you can read the like manifest, or you can get ones that you don't read the manifest, but I think that's a lot more of a gamble than reading the manifest.
Yeah, for sure. Like I've looked into those, and like I'd be so afraid of ordering something that I can't see what I'm buying.
Yeah.
Like I've looked on bulk a few times, and anytime I did my, like I was doing a lot of research on the box because manifested, and then as soon as I was like trying to talk myself into buying it by like talking to my wife and things of that nature, it would get bought underneath me like that. So it was like, you have to act quick, especially if you see something where it's like, okay, this is good money, because, well, at the time, money was on the lower side to make sure, like, if I put all my eggs in this basket, is it going to be worth it? And I would make sure the wife wouldn't get upset. And I wasn't at the point where I'm at, like, right now, where if I made, like, say, a $500 purchase, like, I'm not worrying about the next time I'm going to be able to eat or, do whatever, so
you got to do what's right for you.
Yeah, it takes a lot of restraint to really make sure you're making that good buy and to make a smart one, because especially when you're in that situation, because hey, you never know when the next sale could be or whatever. You never know, you know what I mean? And cash flow is the name of the game. And just like when you bought that storage locker off that guy for $100, like, it's all about opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like if you don't have the money for that opportunity, someone else is going to come scoop and get that up. So
I'm gonna say what's up to Joey Bada Bang. Appreciate you being here, man. And looks like KJ is going to be our bouncer, Nate, if we ever go to North for Sales. That's what's up.
There we go.
So we got protection now. Rough. Yep. Yeah, Frank said he's not exaggerating that when
Joey Bada Bing's going to be on my channel, not this coming.
I think Aaron's lagging out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
You said Joey Bada Bing was coming on, not this week.
Okay, good.
Can you repeat what you said about Joey?
Not this week, not the following week. Yeah, so I have Joey Bada Bing not next week, but the following week because I have Nana Tink next week.
Awesome.
Definitely have to set a reminder for that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just set one for Nana Tink too.
I gotta get a thumbnail made. Definitely. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep, Nana Tink will be next Thursday.
I have Nana Tink's already reminder. She's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bins is something new for me. The first time I actually met Anthony, we went to the bins.
Yep.
And
nice.
It is a good experience because you're able to get stuff at such a low cost. So the the buying power is there if you can find it, basically. There's one of your Colorado peeps right there. It's Cherry Picker.
Hey, Cherry Picker. I just learned today you're in Colorado.
We're trying to help y'all get a nice following together like we have in PA.
Yeah, we'll have to get a
lot
whole
of PA people.
Hey, Anthony, are you using your ranch back there?
Am I using my ranch?
Yeah, your ranch. I hear some banging. Is that your ranch?
Yep, that's my ranch. Yeah, no, they're actually doing construction in the house right now, so they're putting a brand new floor in our living room right now.
Are you getting some hardwood floors?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, send me a picture. They look really nice. That's going to be really nice when they're going to be done. Frank asked when's the upcoming auction, and it's next Thursday.
Yep.
Not today, but next Thursday on my channel.
Nice. And I know Uncle B was on one of them. So do you guys invite other people to be on the auction, or is it mostly just you and?
Yeah, we typically will have a few other people on as well. It's me, Nate, and Hip Flip and Mama calls the auction for us, and then we'll bring a couple people on to bring a few items, and that way it's not really about us. It's about kind of like a community auction.
That's awesome.
This way, instead of us doing one once a month where it's just me and Anthony, we thought it'd be a lot better to, incorporate others like we always try to do with just, everything that we try to do basically. And, and then we'll have one twice a month. And this way we'll get rid of a little bit less stuff, but we always want to make sure we have really good, lots and reseller lots for all of us resellers. Cause there might be something, say, you might not like, but I love, and I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
And I've even, seen where it's almost like a trade-off. Like, I'll go to their auction and, I'll buy something from them and they buy something from me. It's like an unintentional trade-off of inventory. So it's a good way to move some stuff either that you just don't like or enjoy. Like I got a lot of women's clothes one time that I bought at Goodwill, and I got for, on Dollar Day, like a bunch of LuLaRoe and Under Armour and stuff and that like that. And I just didn't know much about the LuLaRoe stuff, and I just like, I'm just going to put up an auction, and if I break even, I break even. If I would make $1, great. If I lose $1, oh well. I just kind of want my investment back, and put in something else that that I know more about and I'm able to push forward. Because like on the skirts and stuff, I don't know nothing about that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm a girl, and there's so many different fits and cuts, and I'm like, so is it button down or button up? Like it's hard for me to try and do clothes too, because I'm like way over my head with some things.
I think people should put a 1 in chat if you want to see Nate model a skirt in one of his listings.
I sold one.
Because, dude, if I sold one, like basically talking about Doo-Doo Brown in the listing, I think you could probably do it with the skirt.
I would have to shave my legs though.
No, they want the hairy legs. Yeah.
Look, now you're making it KJ sick.
I'm sorry, KJ.
Look. Myra says kilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the kilt would be kind of cool.
Oh boy.
Maybe a little bagpipe action.
Kevin said he wants to do it. So there you go. You got a willing participant right there.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Frank. Button down, button up, button front. Which is it? I don't know. I know
Yeah.
it has buttons. That's about it.
Exactly. Like, there's just too many.
Yeah.
I just basically recently figured that one out for the most part. Well, I think I did. And I sell a lot of men's clothing. So like for me to like sell women's clothing, and like you said, like if it has a certain type of sleeve, it's this. If it's a frill or whatever at the bottom, it's something different. Like it's just so much to the process. And you know, I mean, like now that I have the auction outlet, I can buy some stuff that maybe I got at a steal price, but normally I wouldn't touch because I don't want to have to deal with it, right? Or maybe I don't think it will sell fast enough or whatever. I mean, like if there's enough profit in it to pass along to somebody else, I'll buy it and give someone a great deal, and I have no problem doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Looks like Veronica just dropped a new video. She said she'd appreciate a watch.
Yeah, of course.
I'll go check that out later on, Veronica. Thanks for letting us know.
I want to know.
Jimmy said, just give me a damn zipper.
Yeah. I want to know if you guys, when you went to the bins the first time, was it like totally what you expected, or were you just like, this is way different?
The first time I ever went, I wasn't a reseller yet, so I like had no idea what was going on. Like I just thought I was going into a Goodwill. Yeah. And then I walked in there, I was like, what the heck is this? You know? Yeah. And the first one I ever went to was North for Sales. And I was there with a client. Like I used to work with people with special needs, and it was just like crazy vicious. But like that was like kind of where he wanted to go, so I had to take him places and stuff. So it was an interesting experience to say the least. The first time I went. Yeah, I kind of had the similar experience. I was not a reseller the first time I ever went to one, and that was in Washington. I was with my mom, and we were like, what's a Goodwill outlet, you know? So we went in there, and like stuff was just like laid on tables, like they had set up like camping tables. Yeah. And I was like, this is strange, you know? And like we were just like, what do we do? Like there's no racks to look through. Like we were just like very confused. Exactly. Yeah. And then like they didn't have any bags for us to put our stuff in, and my mom's like, so we're supposed to just carry it out? Like this is weird. Yeah. And then I went for the first time in Colorado with my aunt, and I don't think I was reselling. Maybe I was. I can't remember. Anyways, we went in there, and I was like disgusted. Like I was like, this is so gross. Like I was like, what the hells is this? And so I was like, I have to wash my hands. Like I'm not touching anything. And then I went in there like as a reseller to like buy things. So I was like, you can get things at good cost, you know, and there's some things that are not gross. You know, there's not like, you know, some bins there's like lotion and soap spilled everywhere or who knows what, you know, like. And so like I was like, I'm gonna go in these ones that aren't glass broken everywhere, because our bins, they just throw everything in. They don't have a special area for glass or anything like that. They just throw it all in there. They do that here too. Yeah, so things get broken, you know. And so then I was like, okay, like I've got this now. And like I see people eating in there, like that will never be me. Like I cannot believe people eat in there, but hey, to each their own.
Right. Good morning to Robert. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, my first experience at the bins, you know, like I'm going through the stuff, and it was kind of like I expected, because I've seen pictures and videos of you know, just you know, people going to the bins and stuff. So I had a good idea of what it was about. My thing was more or less basically like when I was going through stuff, I was trying to be all nice, like in general, going through the stuff, and I set it here. Then like I saw these people going through stuff, like Anthony, of course, like he's just like, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, well, I guess I gotta join in this, and I just start throwing stuff, and like that's not like really throwing stuff, but like, you know, like you got like a glass pot, and someone just like just busted. Like it was hard. It was crazy. It was definitely crazy. My first experience. You found out definitely what you need, which is gloves. Yes. Good like gloves, which sometimes I still forget to bring. Yes. I'm not usually equipped for the bins in the car, or like pre-packed, so I usually forget that. And what was the other thing? I can't remember the other thing, but
You probably will post-pandemic world though. You know, where
what's
you
that?
just where you just randomly always carry gloves and masks and stuff. Like you'll be prepped for the bins already.
Yeah. I seen a couple of like memes going around, and I was like, "Yep, we've already been exposed. If you've been to the bins, you're already prepared."
Yeah, if you've been there or done any dumpster diving, you've basically got your dose of the of the virus a little bit already.
That's probably why there aren't any resellers with the coronavirus right now. We're like immune to it because we've been to the bins.
Yeah. I have a funny story. When my husband's a big guy. He's like 6'1" and like 260, 270, right? He's a big guy. And he was seen some sewing machines, and he was like, I'm gonna grab those. You know, we could sell them on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, because we were kind of worried about weight. Now that we know more about it, like we're not so worried about weight and stuff like that. But in the beginning, you know, you don't know. So he went to go reach for two sewing machines, and somebody else like reached over him and like Hulk grabbed those sewing machines out of there, and he was like, what just happened? I missed the whole thing, but the story he tells like cracks me up every time.
Yeah.
Lynn says, Goodwill, good way to spread germs, sanitizer. You know what?
Yep.
Yeah, you always have to, especially now. I think a lot of people will definitely be more conscious of germs and things of that nature, especially moving forward. I mean, I know I do. I wash my hands more than ever. I mean, I'm at work and like I'll be like, breaking down the truck and putting boxes, and I'm doing like a lot of paper products. I look at my hands and I see like just like dust and whatever, and I'm like, I gotta go wash my hands. Like it's almost turning me into like a germaphobe in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
It sanitizes with line tamer.
Yeah.
I actually mix line tamer and a little bit of hand sanitizer from my line tamer, just so my beard is not infected.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Paul says sometimes I let one rip at the bins to make sure.
That doesn't work in Colorado. They're like, all right, she smells. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there at the bins in Pittsburgh, especially like the North Versailles ones. There's tons of stinky people.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't think people have any shame in their game when it comes to the bins.
I have met some really cool people at the bins. I met a older gentleman who's been basically at the bins since the beginning, basically from what he was basically saying, and he was telling me like instead of buying these bigger items that cost $10 to $20 shipping or whatever, he was buying smalls. And I'm like, well, usually with smalls, for the most part, especially at the bins, there's not going to be a lot of money. But then he was showing me like different things that he's picked up, like through his phone, like pictures. I'm like, man, well, I guess we source like that. It's pretty well. Like he showed me a ring that he found at the bins. Like he's one of those guys who, like, literally his thing is going to the bottom. And looking for the gold and this, like, literally that's all he's mainly there for, is to do that type of stuff. And it was very cool to see a different business model from someone who's been reselling as long as he has through the bins. Like I said, like now he can have millions of different smalls versus maybe having 500 items maybe in a room or whatever. So it was just very cool to kind of talk with him and see what he had to say about just reselling and the bins and things like that. And it's kind of showing me what his finds have been. So it was pretty neat.
I seen Michelle say that she's seen somebody put their toddler in the bins to play while they were sourcing. And here it was Nate.
No.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
No, here, like they yell at them and they're like, we're gonna kick you off and you're gonna be banned from here. Like they do not let kids like even look in the bins. Like your kids have to stand away. And then they like get crazy about people in their shopping carts. Like if they're in the aisle of the bins, like you cannot have your shopping cart there. You have to have them on the wall. And like anybody that has shopping carts, like they're getting yelled at for having shopping carts in the way.
Wow.
Blue Rhino, so that's where people miss out. We ship large items all the time. People pay up to get it. We have had people pay $70 to get an item, so don't be afraid to pick up heavy items.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
I was in the beginning, but not no more.
Yeah, I ship some bigger things, and like you said, like you don't do free shipping. Same here. Like the only way I've ever had anything recently sell for free shipping was like something that was from the early days, and I
what, Nate?
free shipping model.
Guess what?
What?
I just looked out my window and I saw the Ups man walking my chair to my porch.
Woo!
So my awesome chair that all of the awesome friends I have on YouTube pretty much bought for me is officially at my house.
How did you get yours before me?
He knows somebody.
Yeah, I mean, me and Jeff Bezos got it like that, mate.
I'm gonna check my orders right now and see if I can track mine.
Yeah.
It's like legitimately on my porch. Dude just left.
Nice. I'm getting my my display cable today, so I can run dual monitors today. That is awesome. It says my chair ain't coming until Tuesday. What? I don't understand. Maybe I bought it off a different reseller or something.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up, Justin? Grimes Finds is in the house.
Grimes Finds. I was watching their video. Him and I can't even think of who it is. Who is in the Storage Wars? Or
Was it Lunkers?
no?
Oh,
my mind.
Are you
Every
talking
time this,
from yesterday or a previous video?
no, it was 5 months ago.
Oh. I was
Um,
gonna say he has a lot of different people in his videos.
I know, but like he had Slobby Robbie. I watched that one because he mentioned in the show yesterday, so I went back and watched that one. That one was pretty cool. And then
Oh, he says Renee.
yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's what I was
This
gonna say.
camera comes on and I'm like, but
happens to me all the time.
oh yeah, Renee.
Grimes is the man. Like he
Yes.
has a really awesome channel for any of you guys that haven't checked him out yet.
Yes, Grimes is awesome.
I seen he got those smoking pipes the other day. Those are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's cool to see him adapt, like with storage lockers being put down. It's him going into different directions as well, like just how we are. I mean, we're having to adapt and kind of switch gears, and he's done that as well. But instead of buying storage lockers, he's buying collections and things of that nature.
Yeah, and stores too.
I
He
have
bought that toy store. He's trying to buy. I think he said he's trying to buy like a vintage clothing store yesterday.
Wow.
Heck yeah! There's gonna be some like really epic stuff on his channel.
Yeah. If everything goes right, I'm planning on going to Galveston, Texas. So
Nice.
I don't know how far away that is from Justin and Grimes Finds, but
He's in Dallas. I don't know. I know Texas is huge, but I don't know like where either of them are in the state.
No. Yeah. I barely know where Denver is in Colorado. No.
I hear you there.
If I got to meet up with Grimes, this would be me.
He says, "Come on through."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be me too, dude.
Yeah. I'd have all little stars in my eyes, like the emoji, like, I can't believe this is happening.
So Nate, we need to go to Colorado and we need to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
We need to, hit both of these spots now.
Definitely on the list for this year.
Uncle B says Dallas is on the way, man. So there might be a road trip in our future.
Sweet.
I'm sure maybe we'll have to check the schedule. Maybe Pittsburgh plays Dallas. In Dallas, we'll try to make a multi.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, multitasking.
Like a multi-purpose trip. Business, pleasure, all written off by the business. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be epic.
Definitely. Frank says he'll hopefully be in Dallas in a few weeks. There you go. Might be able to get into the Grime area.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Me and Anthony hope to get into some storage lockers after the pandemic. I at least want to give it one shot. You know what I mean? See what we can get, and try and keep adding different ways to buy bulk. You know what I mean? See which is best, because like I've looked at like the liquidation, like you said, like you did, and my thing with that is, for the most part, it looks like you know, like they know the value of all the stuff that they're selling. Like if they get a deal, say they get a box of stuff for $1, and they're not going to give it us for $2. They're gonna, you know, basically charge up for it. You know.
Did you see what Frank just posted? So the Steelers play in Dallas this year.
Dude,
do I smell several tickets to that game being purchased?
like, do you realize like what all
Justin, you want to go to that game, man?
Do you understand like what all like how this all looks like it's going to set up this year? Like Denver's playing in Pittsburgh,
Yep,
and then Pittsburgh's playing in Dallas.
Yep.
Like, how awesome is that? Like, they don't play each other every year, so it's not like they're in the same conference. And like, is the stars still aligning, or are they, you know, what's going on here? I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I got an eBay sale. Hey, I got an eBay sale. Woo! That's another item going on today.
Nana says she wants to go too. Dana says, do I smell a corona outbreak? LOL, stay home.
Yes.
Yeah, we're definitely going to not do it like during like the height of corona. But then again, we are immune from being at the bins, so we have that on our side too.
Yeah, we have circle protection of the bin.
We have like dug through the biggest filth in Pittsburgh.
Grimes is part of his place.
Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Like that'd be
that would be epic.
Amanda said that she'd be a Steeler fan. Welcome to the crew.
Oh, Amanda,
That's
only
awesome.
Broncos. Come on now, don't be jumping over anywhere.
I owe you a crisp high five for that one.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, like that's hopefully there is a football season this year, and I see many road trips this year, which I don't mind driving. So,
dude, especially if we could find some like home run Amazon inventory to chase after on the way, or if it was like during because during football season it's probably not going to be great yard sale season, you know, depending on what part of the season it is. You know what I mean? Although in Texas it's probably warm most of the year, so it might be. I don't know. Just we'll have to wait and see.
And Grimes says Amanda's not invited now. Sorry, Amanda. You can still come hang out with us over here in Pittsburgh when Denver and Pittsburgh play.
Yeah, Amanda's always invited.
I used to be a Cowboys fan back in the day.
Nikki T says socially distant high fives from every touchdown. That's awesome. It'd be like almost like air guitaring a high five.
You see Uncle B's?
He'd be the guy in a Broncos jersey at the Steeler Cowboy game.
Touche.
That's how you know you're super diehard for your team. I dig it, because I'd probably do the same thing if I went to a Broncos Dallas game, or whoever the Denver was playing. If I was out your way and it happened to be a crisp, nice Sunday at the Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, I have to tell Uncle B that I got in trouble. I almost got kicked out to the front yard too last night for talking about the Seahawks. If you listen really closely in my video from last night, you will hear pounding when I started talking about the Seahawks. It is very frowned upon to talk about anybody but the Broncos in our household.
Yeah. My wife, knowing how much I love the Steelers, when we first started dating, she used to always mess with me and tell me she was a Browns fan.
Oh boy.
And I was like, you realize that's like a deal breaker for me, right? Like,
Yeah.
liking the Browns is like up there with saying like I have herpes. Like it's bad for me. You know? I don't know that our relationship works if this is true.
Yeah. Like,
It's not me, it's you. You like the Browns. You gotta go.
But she really didn't. She was just messing with me because, like, I don't know, it was like a cute little game, you know, like playful game for her in the beginning. But yeah, it was just funny because she'd always mess with me because she knew I love the Steelers so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like my husband. He's diehard Bronco fan, has been like since he could talk, and his whole family is too. And I was in King Supers the other day, and there was this little family. The little guy had a Seahawks jersey on, and then the dad did, and I was like, "Go Seahawks!" And he was like, "What did you say?" And the guy like looked like, "Oh, she's in deep trouble." And I was like, "No," I was like, "He's just crazy whenever I say anything about Seahawks."
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Sonny? Good morning.
Hey, bud.
Glad to see you here.
Good to see you, man.
Appreciate you.
Sonny's one of them real good guys in the community.
Jimmy. Oh.
Dan says, like deal breaker. That is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Brothers is Denver fan. His wife is KC fan. Don't know how the marriage even works, is what Amanda said.
Dan says Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns. Yep. Mm-hmm. That should be like the new moniker.
It should be their new, like,
they might become a popular team now.
Yeah, definitely. Because of the doo-doo in the Browns.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So how do you guys source? What's your...
So currently during the pandemic, or like in general? Like,
in general.
My favorite way to source is yard sales. Like, so I keep telling Nate, like, I can't wait to like be with him through a whole yard sale season, because like I'll show him how to like really like ramp eBay, like he showed me how to like really ramp Amazon. But yard sales is a big part of how I source. During the cold months, I'll do different thrift stores. I'll do the bins. I do a lot of RA, like for Amazon and stuff like that, FBA, and been doing a lot of FBM lately as well. So a lot of retail arbitrage and stuff like that. By far, the yard sales are my absolute favorite way to source. It's like a treasure hunt every time.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, like, of course, Saturdays I try to do garage sales as much as possible. Usually my main sourcing days are my days off. Like, so for the first part of the Saturday, I'll go garage selling, and then I'll try and also tie in an area that has like a Target, a Walmart, and other stores incorporated with it. So this way I can make it like a total trip. So this way, no matter where I'm at, no matter how bad or good yard sale season or yard sales, worth for that day, I'm coming back with my car stuff. That's my goal every time I go out. I want my car just like totally full to the brim, with good stuff that is going to make me some money pretty quick. Hopefully, that's.
I don't think I've ever seen you go home without a stuffed car. You're like wife and kids wear the inventory home pretty much.
like literally, like I've there's been multiple occasions where I'm like stuffing, like my kids are little, they're 7, 3, 2. So their feet don't hit the floor because they're small. So I'm able to like line the floor with inventory. And then, last ditch effort is like stacking everything on my wife. So I'm driving home and like literally like
that. last ditch effort, stacking everything on my wife.
Yeah. Here, hold this.
So, it's like
that is
it's like this. Like it's like this. Like so
I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna have to use that.
Hey, honey. But
The thing that's funny about it is that it's true.
I can see it.
I've seen selfies that he sent me of like literal, like, I don't know how he could see anybody in his car because it looks like he's like driving like a hoarder's vehicle.
Right, like people
oh,
ask me, probably like, what is going on? Like, why is the car like stuff like that? And like literally, like the whole like tires are like literally like down low, and it's like it's really like heavy. So like I'll sometimes have to drive. Like I try to not use the toll roads unless like I'm really like loaded down and like I just want to go straight. You know what I mean? Because like I can't look right because she's covered with inventory, and I'm driving like I'm driving like a go-kart or whatever, steering wheel, because like I can't like fully like trucker style it or do the gangster lean or anything. Can't do none of that. So I'm like this, and like I feel like this.
Hey, babe, is there anything over there?
Yeah.
Do you at least throw a sheet over her so nobody sees your product?
Believe me, if it's driving past, I'm usually trying to get home as quickly as possible, safely as possible.
I can imagine.
Oh no!
And it's usually dark because we usually shop all night too. So I'm not usually worried about that type of stuff. But I mean, I highly doubt a Amazon or person's gonna look over and be like, "Hey, that's Nate," and oh, that's a 1998 Wii system or whatever. You know what I mean? Like figuring out what my inventory is. So.
If you ever want to know what to sell on Amazon, just look at what's stacked on top of Nate's wife. That's where all the good buzzwords go.
The funniest part about all this is like we'll go through the register and everything, and the once we get to the car, we're literally like I pop the trunk, we're loading the kids in, but that's when my wife will say, "How is this all going to fit in the car?" So it's not like she mentions this like as a loaded buggy, and like I have like 2 buggies full. It's like it's at the place of no return. Like there's no place coming back from this. Like we can't go back in the store because it's like a hassle having to return, and I have all this great stuff, and like literally they probably scan like 300 items, and next year it's like I have to take 80 back. Let me go back in there. No, we have to keep these now. How are we going to put these? Like, do I have to put anything under my hood of my where my engine is, or what are we doing here? Like, like, can I store anything under there? Is it flat enough? Is it a plush item? Can I just stuff it down in there? But yeah, like literally, like I try and go home every time with a packed car, and I usually succeed pretty well, unless literally like it's a goose egg, and I haven't done that in a while since doing Amazon. So, knock on wood, with the combination of both businesses, both platforms, I've done a pretty good job filling the car, and
the nice thing about Amazon is there's always like that bread and butter replenishable stuff. Once you find a couple items that just always sell, even if it's not like massive profit, like even if it's like a quick double up, like no matter where you go to source, like you can always come home with at least something to pay for your gas and efforts.
Yeah.
If I find something in one store, there's probably 6 other stores around me that have the same product, or that should have the product. Hopefully, if no one else is caught on to what's something that I found or stumbled upon, or whatever, because I do a little bit of I guess you could say I do a little homework before I go to the stores. Like so for example, like if I go to towards like say Pittsburgh area, like closer to Anthony's area or whatever, you know what I mean, like I'll look and see if the possibility of filling the car is at its peak or not. If not, then I'll wait and see if look in another store, and with like Brickseek and things of that nature. So also I want to put out there too, like all the stuff that we buy as well, my wife will purchase things too for herself. So it's her fault as well, the reason why the car looks like that.
You need to have Anthony come over and take a picture of you guys all in the car with all your stuff, and then like have it as your thumbnail. Like, what did I pick up today?
That would be awesome.
It's like that one movie with it's like we're gonna need a bigger boat. Like that's basically the caption of that thing, except for boat, we'll need a bigger car.
Yeah, and
Hey, Maggie Doodle.
Frank said the car was full of sourcing goods, wife and kids standing in the parking lot. A choice was made.
I always kid my son. I'm like, well, you gotta walk home. He goes, what, Daddy? I'm like, Daddy got to get his stuff home. I said, plus I'll joke with him like in the store. I'm like, listen, you better be good or you're walking home. Daddy, how would I walk home? I says, I got all this stuff to put in. It's worth money. You gotta
Yeah, you're costing me money though.
Yeah, you gotta earn your keep, kid.
right. It's either you're taking up.
Tracy?
What up, Tease Flips? Thanks for being here.
Speaking of which, I went to Walmart last night and I was gonna try to get some of those cards that Rev and Anthony was getting, but that section was sold out.
Yeah, if you ever see like pretty much any basketball this year is gold because Zion Williamson's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever see, that's like a bolo for anybody, any type of basketball cards, they all resell sealed for more than they, are retail. Plus, if you end up getting a Zion or somebody big, then it sells for even more.
Yeah.
But yeah, basketball cards are huge bolo right now.
Yeah, I was like, yep, I missed that train on that one.
Yeah. What I actually did is I actually looked up on Panini like when basketball sets are supposed to drop, so that way I can kind of like have a little bit of idea when they're coming, and I can kind of hit the stores like early, like their release day.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a couple days late, so go figure.
Yeah, like are you and Jimmy and Frank like close in Colorado, or are you guys like in different sections?
They're up in Denver and I'm in the Springs, so it's like a 2-hour drive up to Denver.
Okay, so you guys have like kind of a separate sourcing area. Then that's good.
Yeah,
I would say I would guess Jimmy probably scoured the Walmarts and stuff for most of those cards.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say maybe they did come down here and get them because they know more about it than I do, but I don't think they traveled all that way. Yeah, see, Frank's saying it's 60 miles away. Frank's already got the Google Maps. He's already figured out where I live. So
where do you live?
He was asking me the other day because I'm on the south side of Springs. He's like, "Are you in Widefield or Security?" Because that's like south side of Springs, right? But it's different little towns. And I'm like, I'm not giving you my address on YouTube, okay?
Frank's like, got you on Google Maps.
Yeah, he's like 45 minutes to Aaron. What do you do? Go 40 down I-25.
Calling from inside the house.
Hey, Frank, I haven't looked you up on Google Maps, okay? I don't know your address, okay? So I'm just giving a general vicinity of Denver. The very, I guess, north side of Denver is 2 hours, okay? Oh, Dan says 1 hour and 20-minute drive. See, they've all got me GPS'd in.
Yeah, they literally know they're looking for your hot spots now, so you better be careful. Get your items while you can. Yeah. The cherry picker, do you have an Instagram account?
I think she does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have her on Insta.
See, even Amanda says, right by your cousin. Don't worry, like we know she's down the street. I can get to Denver in less.
Hey, Joanna. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here with us.
I kind of like really want to go to Denver now. The only Colorado I've ever seen was in a video game, and it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
I love Colorado. I was born and raised in Seattle. I miss the beach. I miss the greenery, but I love Colorado. It's beautiful. I love the sunny days and not so much rain.
Amanda says, "Girl, we are in the Springs. We know the Springs really well. We will find you."
I know. I'm nervous.
I like how Nate was like, "Girl,
we will find you."
Yeah, that was what Wedding
you.
Crashers.
Yeah, I will find you.
I will find you.
Poor Aaron's about to be stalked. No,
I know. I'm getting nervous. Like, I gotta go, guys.
If you ever need to move, Pittsburgh's a good place to come live. It's cheap living, and get a house for really cheap per month if you have the rent.
Yeah.
It's So I was telling Jimmy and Frank, I'm trying to tell them. I says, come out our way. It's nice area to resell and everything else. You can come too. We'll
Jimmy,
do a.
And Amanda and Dan, I've got an idea. We'll buy a house down in Picksburgh, and then we'll rent it out when we're not there, and then we'll go there when we want to go sourcing and stuff during the summer.
Or even better than that, we'll get like a mansion or whatever, like a big house, and we'll have the reseller fraternity.
Yes.
Are we going to get that with all the money we make on Amazon, Nate?
You know it.
It's like that
Frank's got
ad before video.
Surveillance on me.
Right. Yeah, it's like yeah.
I agree, Cherry Picker. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that you guys have a nice, group of people that are in your area. It makes it cool. Reselling is such a lonely thing, man. I don't think I would enjoy it as much without you two, without meeting Anthony, without meeting all of you guys. Like, I really don't think I would, because I would just be down here in my basement, like, listening to music and kind of like, this is turning into a job. You know what I mean? Now, like, I'm able to do collabs with Anthony. Like, I do like private hangouts where, I'm working and stuff like that with Mama and Anthony and other people. And, it's just really cool to really find, be a part of something where everyone is just so welcoming, so nice, and, all care about each other. We all want to see each other succeed and do well. So it's just awesome. I really enjoy this community and everybody who has been an awesome part of it.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to get my best friend into it because she stays home with 2 little guys, and she's going crazy, being home. She can't go out and source right now, so she's been doing alternative sourcing. But she's like, my thing to get out and be sane is to go sourcing. She's like, and I can't do that right now. I'm like, girl, you need to get on YouTube, because it has helped me out so much. Like, I'm not just talking baby talk to a baby all day. Like, I get to talk to people that are my age.
Right.
Yep.
What up, Deep Flipping Particles in the house? She has a show at 12 Eastern. Check her out.
Yep.
And also, we have Frank and Jimmy at 1 Eastern, 11 Mountain, I think.
I believe today they're going to be talking about the art of stalking or something like that.
Yeah.
They might like screenshot like Aaron's exact location or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, found it.
Give me 1 second. I'll be back 1 second.
No, Cherry Picker, I know Dan and all them, so I'm not worried about it. But I do worry about like my channel growing and like people that actually are stalkers. Like,
for sure.
That would scare me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to get some surveillance.
Yeah. Do you have a PO box?
I do.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna say that would probably be good, especially like. I never thought of this, but whenever you make a sale on eBay, say if you share your store or something, anybody can have access to your address just by making a purchase or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if that is a concern, P.O. Box is a great way to go.
Yeah, they're expensive, but I think it's definitely worth it.
For sure.
KJ says the reseller community was the best thing to come out of the quarantine for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's made it a lot more bearable just having a whole lot of other people to like kind of go through it together with.
Yeah.
So plus I feel like we've all kind of helped each other like with tips and tricks and different ways to kind of keep inventory coming in and get sales rolling and stuff like that. I know I've picked up a lot just watching YouTube, over the last just like getting that tip from Rev Resell on the basketball cards made me a ton of money, it's just, it's awesome to see all of the positivity and everything that's been going on in the community.
Looks like Frank already has some stalkers. I would be like, nope, I'm good.
So in all seriousness, I had an eBay buyer offer to send me pictures of him wearing the belt, the WWE belt. I sold him wearing only the WWE belt. I sold him. Wow.
That's the second time somebody came in the comments today and to talk about a picture I sent them. First
You
Paul.
need to quit sending those pictures out, Anthony. It's not good for your image.
I know. Jeez.
Yeah.
See what happens when you're not in the studio? People start to wonder what's going on back there.
I know.
Even Nobody G said, I'm center of the show now. You guys left, and it's all just me.
My wife came down here that we're getting somebody to come look at our kitchen sink issue that we're having. So
Nate, I
hopefully
have to ask you, is your microphone working, or is that like Frank's microphone?
Oh no, this is definitely plugged in for sure.
Frank, you need to go talk to Nate.
This was way too expensive just to have as a decoy prop.
Yeah, for sure.
You're telling me that Frank didn't spend very much on his decoy.
I think this is the same. I think.
I think it's pretty close.
Does he have a Yeti?
I have
I
the
don't
same
know.
as yours, only mine's silver.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the combo piece that came with the arm and everything because I just wanted one less thing off my desk. So
Yeah, that's smart.
and I was looking at them online, and we were at the store, and I was sourcing Best Buy, and my wife's seen it, and she goes, "This was put here for you. There's only one. Just get it." And I'm like, and she knows I don't like spending money on myself, which recently I have been spending a little more money on myself, which I normally never do, but
Dude,
I only do it when I'm like at a certain place in my cash flow or my
with the grind you've been
savings.
doing, you deserve to spend some money on yourself.
Yeah, I really like doing this whole YouTube thing. I really enjoy it. I want to try and bring everyone a really good quality production as best as I can. I mean, without having to spend millions or thousands or whatever you want to say. Just have a nice setup, and
I already
this
felt
way
like your
every time
picture's a lot better. I mean, before, like, you were all wavy and pixelated, and like your green screen looked pretty bad. Now it's looking crisp.
Yeah, I'm loving the look of the camera and everything. I might have to situate it somewhere different once I get the dual monitors running, which today is the day for that. I'm pumped for that to come in. So as soon as the mailman comes, I'm just gonna like just tackle him, like, give me my package. I'll be like Anthony when he gets his chair. He'll be sitting in that thing like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I don't even think he's in the show anymore. I think he's over unpacking it and setting it up.
Yeah, he might be. He might be sitting in it right now as we speak. He's just rolling around.
And I see IT man came in for Frank and got that microphone connected. I can't wait to watch the show later and find out if it really is working.
He might, if he did, he might have got a raise. You never know. Either that or maybe even a nicer bonsai tree. Who knows?
Yeah.
He's putting in that work.
I said he got promoted when I came on the show, but apparently that didn't stick.
Their show is really funny, man.
Yeah.
That thing that they do with Dan is just hilarious. He's just sitting there, and yesterday he had the Mike Tyson tattoo. And
Yeah.
Oh, I watch that right as like I have like 15 minutes before I can actually have to go and get dressed and get ready for work. And today I'm off, so I'll be able to watch it in its full entirety. So that's awesome. And then I have to put it on in the car, and I'm listening and laughing. And it's honestly, it's helped me get to work in a little bitter mindset because we all know I dread walking in to see Mr. Burns. So
yeah,
it's always a good laugh.
But Nate did rock the Mr. Burns shirt at work yesterday. So I was proud of him for that.
I definitely did. He wouldn't sit still or let me get close enough for a good selfie. So we'll try and work on that in the future. Today he was in a rare form yesterday. They make us wear the masks in like the warehouse and stuff like that now. And like literally, like I had mine like I was literally like fixing my beard, like mustache, because like of course, wearing the mask, my beard's going all over the place, and put that mask on. I'm like, I said seriously. I'm like, of all things, honestly, like we would have got it already if anybody had it around us. And honestly, I think we had it already. So he was just really in rare form with that yesterday. Everyone's been under increased pressure lately. So, I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, Justin? Good to see you, man.
So I know
Good
previously you were talking about you don't want to quit because of like health insurance and stuff like that.
Well, it's more or less I just want to make sure I'm at like a certain like mark in cash flow. You know what I'm saying? Where if I have a down month or, you know, something like this happens, for example, you know, I'm able to withstand it for like a 2-month period or something like that or whatever, and still be able to kind of like, you know, still run or whatever, because I feel like I have like one good shot with this. You know what I mean? Like I have like one good shot to really put all my eggs in one basket and go really good for it, you know? So, you know, it's just kind of how I'm trying to be a little picky and make sure I do it right, because I never want to have my family or my kids feel like I've let them down or anything. I never want them not to go without something. So I'd rather put myself in a predicament that I'm miserable in, but to make sure that they have what they need than to, you know, be anything different than that. So
I want to answer T Flip's question. He was asking about my camera. So I have a Logitech camera that has the microphone on it too. And I actually picked it up at the Goodwill bins, and I was going to resell it. And I had it just laying around, and then I got into YouTube, and I was using, because I have a laptop right now, I don't have a computer. And I was using the laptop camera, and it's very pixely, it's not very good. And I plugged this thing in, and I was like, man, this is awesome. And it was actually, I first started using it when I did my interview with Rev Resale and Nikki T. So yeah, and the first video, if you watch it, there was a smudge on the camera, so I had to clean up the camera. I didn't realize I had smudged it with my fingerprint. So, but yeah, it's a great little camera. I really love it.
I wish I would have found my camera at the bins. I had to pay $140 or something like that for it because of the prices being so inflated, you know, because of the pandemic and everything. So
yeah,
it is what it is. I'm just happy to have it set up. You know,
yeah, dude, it looks really good too. It's been a huge upgrade for you.
Yeah, it's an investment.
I kind of figured that, you know, that was definitely going to be next. I'm just happy I was able to kind of piece it together all one time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to say what's up to a few people that came in. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here. Glenn Swamp Picker, appreciate you being here too, bud. Hope everything's going well for you. Matthew Jones is in the house. I appreciate you being here, Matthew. Thank you so much.
What up, Matthew? Always good to see you. Yeah, Frank said he got his camera from Amazon for $30. It works great. Yeah, the inflation of all the, you know, electronics is crazy. There's switches going for $500. There's no webcams can be found anywhere right now, like that are, you know, above 720. Basically, like even some of the 480 like really grainy webcams are getting purchased right now from websites. So it's if this wave would ever come back again, I have a kind of a different mindset of what stuff to buy and what to look out for. Maybe stuff to stock up on, because just seeing what, you know, what happened, basically, I would never you never can plan something like this, but you know, you can, if they're saying this could come back around again, you know, I'm definitely going to kind of stockpile new in-box like electronics that are, you know, on the high end, like if they go on clearance or anything like that. And, you know, because of the potential uptick of demand and everything, like kind of how the cams are now, and, you know, some other things as well. But, yeah, this has been definitely a crazy experience, I know, for myself, and I'm sure a lot of people out there moving forward. Hopefully the end is near and we can all enjoy dumpster diving and going in the stores, lockers, and garage sale, and most importantly, just life, you know, just being able to go out with the family and the kids. Like that's what I really feel bad for, is my kids, man. Like My wife's like scared to let them go outside for the most part. And I'm like, go let them play in the yard. You know what I mean? Because we have like a private enclosed area, so they've been going out like in the afternoon and kind of, playing and stuff like that. But yeah, Best Offer Queen. There's her link to her channel. It's also in the description of my video. Make sure to show her some love. She's been a really awesome guest. She made me laugh, which I always like doing. And I'll definitely have to,
she is awesome.
Definitely have to get a picture of the car fully chocolate.
Dude, you probably got one in your phone somewhere, dude.
Let me look real quick. I don't know how much better.
So while you're looking for that, Jennifer was asking, she says, I really need a new computer. Think now is the time to buy or no? See, I'm in the same boat. I really need a new computer too. And Nate was in that boat too. Nate grabbed his now. I'm waiting on mine till after the pandemic and like a lot of these other stores that have been forced to close open and they're doing like blowout sales. So I'm going to try to go get like a really good deal then. But I mean, if you can find a good deal now, then go for it. But I think that like there's going to be like a lot of good opportunities at retail once the world starts to normalize again.
Yeah,
right. I agree with T Flips here. He said try to buy We Stuff local, but our Facebook Marketplace is higher than eBay. Yeah, I've been looking at video games and stuff like that, and it has been crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. I did a lot of research, like trying to find a good deal because I just don't like paying full price for anything. I got my desktop for $100 off, which anything that was like as good as mine that was on clearance or whatever, it literally got purchased before I could click on it or whatever. So it just literally like poof. Like I was on a private hangout with Anthony, and I was like, oh my, I found the perfect computer for me, and I went to go click it, and it was like none available. I'm like, how did that happen so fast? So honestly, unless you really see something that's like a nice discount or whatever, I wouldn't purchase one or whatever right now. I'd kind of wait. I think a lot of stores are really going to push a lot of sales to get people back at the store, especially if they do another round of stimulus checks right when everything opens up. I think the stores and everything will be really crazy, but I also think there'll be a lot of items getting pushed out via clearance, because once everything kind of opens up, I'm sure like literally we'll see millions of barges like just flying over to America with goods because of the demand of everything. But the one I got, Jennifer, I got it's called iBuy Power, and let me see if I can find the thing for it on Walmart. It was on Walmart.com, and it's a desktop. Let me see here.
Frank was saying he just looked up his camera that he paid $30 for, and it's $135 now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely all went up like big time. Like the one I got was normally I think $99, so it wasn't as crazy as a increase, but let me see here.
Hey, anybody that subscribed to me today in the chat, send me a comment and say that you came over from here. I love to hear like where everybody came from. I think it's awesome.
For sure. And if you guys aren't subscribed to her yet, please do so. Would love to see you guys go and support Erin.
I get so excited when I have a comment or a like or a new subscriber. It's like Christmas for me every day.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I don't know that I would ever get tired of that. You know what I mean? And I can only imagine these big channels that get like hundreds of subs a day or thousands of subs a day or however many. Like I think I would still be excited to be getting the subs coming through.
Yeah. Is Grimes fine still in the chat? I'm sure he could say if he likes that or not. Yeah, West Max Gary says, "Who's Erin?" Yeah, I see who you are, Gary. Oh, thanks, Frank. Yeah, I'm gonna run over and do yours too.
Matthew says he subscribed just now.
Woohoo! Thank you, Matthew.
The one I got is called the iBuy Power Slate 9000W. Here, I'll pull it up real quick.
You just got some more new
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah,
KJ
that's
subbed
going
after seeing me
crazy.
on Facebook. Jennifer just subbed now. Justin subbed now.
Yeah, thank you guys. That's awesome.
Appreciate you guys doing that. You guys will really like her. As you can see, she has an awesome personality and she puts out great content.
Yeah, she is awesome. I'm glad. I'm really glad she came on. She definitely brightened up my day by coming on and give me a few laughs. That's for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
This is
what I love about having people on is I get to know them better. You know what I mean? Like I can actually have a conversation with you rather than just like in chat. You know what I mean? We get to actually like.
Thank you, No Money G.
Interact.
Yeah. This is the one I bought here, and it's sold out right now. So I don't know.
I think that looks a little bit like the one I got. I'm not sure.
That's
My husband
nice,
knows
man.
more than I do.
It's an i7.
I like the glass on the side or the plexiglass or whatever that is. That is sick.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think
like
that's
nicely
cool.
lit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Does your keyboard light up and stuff?
Yeah, the keyboard lights up, and the mouse it all syncs together with the power. Basically, the same color goes as the thing comes on. But that was the best one for the price. So I wanted something that was gonna. I always buy something way more than what I need because I want it to last a long time. Plus,
for sure.
I'm going to be doing a lot of editing, so I had to have a solid state hard drive. I didn't need.
What exactly does that mean? I've heard you say that several times.
A solid state hard drive, like when you're doing like video editing stuff like that, instead of a hard drive normally spins.
Yeah.
So every time it spins, you're using it really hard. By doing like video editing and stuff on that, chances are eventually it's going to go bad and you have to replace it, which is a pain in the booty. So using the solid state, it doesn't spin at all, just like using a thumb drive and like loading and downloading and all that type of stuff and running apps and different things off it. It'll run faster on that because there's no spin, there's no like thing to it, so it's a lot easier, and it's supposed to be indestructible. It's supposed to not go bad, but I'm sure it would eventually because nothing ever is that way. But it's like No Money G says, no moving parts. It's way faster.
Yep, that's what my husband told me. He's like, it doesn't have to read it or whatever. It's just going.
Dan said he'll explain it. I'm sure he has the IT version of it. So
and T Flips was saying he likes my dimple. It's funny because I only have one, and my stepbrother has the other side.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even notice that till he just pointed that out.
Yeah.
But
Frank.
Dan, I thought that was going to be a lot longer of a description than that.
He can't type that much in the chat, otherwise he would nerd out on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, the cherry picker, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get together.
We appreciate you, Veronica.
She says, "Nice meeting you, Aaron."
Nice to meet you.
Another Colorado reseller for you.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything that you want to, shout out or anything you got going on or anything?
Just tonight I have Trash to Cash live video. We're gonna probably play a game and learn a little bit about Trash to Cash. And then that's at 6:00 tonight. And then next Thursday I'm gonna have Nana Tink on. And we're going to learn a little bit more about Nana Tink and play a game because my Thursday night's going to be game night with all my resellers that I do lives with. And then the following week, I have Joy Bada Bing. And also May 4th, spoiler alert, I have sunny Las Vegas coming in too.
Nice.
Yeah, so a little bit busy
That'll
next
be
couple
good.
weeks, but hope y'all can join. And like I said, I love comments and likes and tell me where you're coming from. That's awesome. I love to hear that.
Also, I want to remind people we're starting to get towards the end of the month here, and Anybody who comments on any of our videos should get points for our giveaway, which we'll be doing at the beginning of the month, which is only, I think there's
tomorrow, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think tomorrow's the 1st. So this will be the last chance that you have, unless Anthony drops a video, which he probably will today.
I am, yeah. I will be dropping a video today.
So
how often do you guys drop videos?
Every day.
I probably drop one like once or twice a week. Just not able to do as much as I like, just because it's so busy. But I love doing them. I like doing the editing and stuff, which I feel like I'm starting to get better. I got to get some things done here to make it more pre-record perfect. But other than that, I just really enjoy just giving out my information and having people check it out and help people. So it's been really cool. But yeah, make sure if you comment on this video and comment on Anthony's video for the last chance to get into the prizes. Every person who has at least 1 point, you have a shot to win. It's not whoever has the most. So definitely check that out.
Yep. And one thing you guys could also do too, and I'll give you an extra broski point for everyone that does it. After the show, we'll set up some kind of a poll in the Facebook group, and you guys can go and vote on what you want the monthly prize to be.
What?
Me and Nate will put out like a few different like really good options, and you guys can go and participate and vote in that.
Sweet. That'd be awesome.
All right, guys. Anthony, you got anything to add before we shut her down?
No, just make sure you guys keep an eye out for the video I'm going to post later. Not sure when I'll actually be able to get to my computer, so I don't know if I'm going to end up just uploading it from my phone or if I'm going to go downstairs and actually do it the right way. But it's ready to go. I just need to get it to you guys.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, Nana Tink will be on.
Yep. We got Nana Tink on our channel tomorrow, and that will be awesome. Another PA reseller in the house. We has an extra close spot to our hearts because we love our PA people, and we love all you guys too. Thank you for being here. 52 people. Smash that thumbs up button for me. I really appreciate it. And we're out of here. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll be on Anthony's channel tomorrow, and we will see